Now let's talk about communicating effectively to get promoted. Now, in-person communication, that is communication with someone that you can see physically, is one of the most nuanced form of communication. It can actually go dicey in a very split of seconds. So it's very important that you improve on your in-person communication skills if you're someone that is aiming for promotion in your current job role. Let's talk about some of the things you need to tie up a bit, okay? You need to touch upon. The first one, eye contact. Eye contact is just one of the most human way of just striking up that connection between you and the person you're talking to, or you amongst some persons that you wish to converse with. So you need to be able to maintain eye contact with whoever you're talking to. That way, you stand a better chance of being understood. Secondly, your facial expression. Your facial expression. Myself, I need to work on this. Like, when you're talking to someone and you're being serious, but your face is just showing that you're angry, you want to avoid that. In as much as you're trying to converse and communicate a strong point or a clear stance and all of that, it doesn't mean that you have to wear a very long, serious face. You can still smile in between, express yourself. So make sure your facial expression is warm. Another thing is posture. If it is a set of a sitting down posture, make sure to sit up just the way I'm sitting up when making this video. If it's your peer, of course, you can always lean towards the person. That way, your body language is showing that you're into the conversation. That is for an informal setting. Another thing is your tone, especially for virtual communication. The person might not see you, so you want to keep a very good tone that doesn't come off that you're shouting or you're screaming or you're angry, right? The person is not seeing you facially, so you need to work on your tone in order to become a better communicator. Now, your environment, very, very important. If it's a setting where you're not being seen, make sure you keep a quiet environment. If you're using a headphone, make sure the quality is good. Now, for communication that involves, let's say for example, email, some of the best practices is that first, you need to proofread each mail before you hit send. Proofreading for spelling and grammar. Now, it might be a bit of a work to ask someone to read up lots and lots of emails, especially when there are bulky emails but you want to take a split of seconds just to skim through, just to make sure that things align. Or you can even leverage technology to ask if there's any grammatical errors and mistakes here and there, so you don't send the wrong thing and be misunderstood. Now, when you have received an email, a very good point that shows that you are a good communicator is for you to respond. When you read a mail or you read a message on phone or something, the person might not know that you've received it, that you've read it actually. So it's not enough to just read it and keep quiet. You should respond to say, okay, I've read it, or show that you want to take up a particular action in response to the message or the email you've just read. Another thing you should take point is that you should keep it short and sweet. People don't have time to read through your long stuffs. Either use a bullet point or just keep it short and snappy, please. It was Benjamin Franklin that said something very interesting. He said, if I had more time, I would have written a short letter. You can imagine that. More time, but yet short letter. Next is use professional language. Very, very important, especially in a formal setting. Professional language doesn't mean that if you're sending a mail, you always go with dear this, pleasantries and all that. No, you can still be professional and yet not go about doing lots and lots of pleasantries. Now, we went through the hassle of explaining how to be a good, effective communicator. Why? Because your communication builds your reputation. If you're someone that communicates really well, you command crowd. People respect you because you're able to express yourself genuinely and be understood, okay, in a clear and concise manner. So you want to be someone like that for you to be able to even think about getting promoted. Yeah.